Alright, I need to check my title. Nexus Gaming Series NGS Rewind. Update. Successfully updated. Apparently there was... Oh... I can't say the team name in the title because their team name is a banned word on my channel. Alright, it says we're live. Oh, I do have a counter up in the top corner. Alright, well, welcome everybody out to NGS Rewind. My name is Valcomer. I am here today for a Division B West match between Clouded Minds and Sexy Mofos. I am joined by my friend and great co-host, Hoku, whose screen, there we go. I had my Discord downloading something for my NGS Rewind image, and I had messed up Hoku's camera, but now Hoku, my wonderful friend, is on screen. All right, well, this is again a Division B matchup between Clouded Minds and Sexy Mofos. I don't know all of the details, but just above me here, you can see the bands from Clouded Minds, and that is Alterac Pass and Tomb of the Spider Queen. And just above Hoku, you can see the red team bands for Sexy Mofos, which is Towers of Doom and Garden of Terror. I don't know who picked our map of Battlefield of Eternity. I am going to find our, let's see. Oh, I had it a moment ago. Aha. All
I
right.
have to say, it is BOE. We could see an Artanis pick, maybe.
We just might. All right. Hoku's going to fill the time for a second while I am getting the game properly loaded.
Right, so the two teams we have tonight, Clouded Minds and Sexy Mofos. Clouded Minds has been around NGS for quite some time. They spent last season in C West, which has merged with B West, so we see a lot of the C West teams in B West this season. Sexy Mofos is actually mostly new players to the to NGS as well as to the division. I believe they have Shogun Misa, who is a longtime NGS player, but I think for the most part, we're going to see a lot of new faces tonight, which can be fun because we might see some different heroes drafted, some different strats being played. Although BOE is kind of one of those, I'd call it a scripted map, where like Volskaya or Alterac, you do these things at this time. As soon as you hit this timestamp or this level, you do the other thing. There's very little variety in how you play the map. And unlike something like Sky Temple, it's a bit of a more limited hero pool. Um, you always want to make sure that you draft some kind of race, or you could go for just the full kill them all build. Wave clear isn't as crucial on this map as some others. Taking camps is still good, and being able to clear camps is still good, but it's one of those things where when there's 30 seconds left on the objective, you should be taking your shaman camp. Uh, if you can get a kill, go look at the Khazra camp. If you have someone who can sneak to the top lane where the offlaners usually are, you could steal that Khazra camp. But it's not one where you'll be like, oh, they picked a Zagara or something like that, or oh, this is an Abathur comp. Um, so it's kind of a good map to feel other teams out, especially when they're new, because it can show you what um, you know. I don't want to say weak links, but where the strengths are on that team without having to worry about facing, a Cho'Gall or a Zeratul or something like that.
Cho'Gall's awesome.
I'm not saying he's bad, but you don't normally play him on this map. This is not the best of the Cho'Gall maps.
So I've got a notification that we're about to hit an ad. Okay, here we go. So for that, I want to control when the ads are, and I'm going to just launch some ads rather than have the game or have Twitch run them for us. So
Alrighty.
we're going to launch some ads. We're going to pause what we're talking about for a second, and just talk about stuff that has nothing to do with heroes for a moment, and launch these ads to hopefully get rid of them for at least a few matches worth. So we are running an ad break. Well, how are
Okay,
things out towards the?
Rita?
Yeah, I was gonna say the California-Nevada line.
Yeah, so actually, my husband and I have dinner with Gerald and Juanita. I,
Oh, nice.
yeah, we have plans to meet up in Reno, have a little Mexican food, have a little burritos, a little fajitas. So really looking forward to that.
Very nice.
Yeah, they're nice. They're fun people. I don't know if they're going to bring, I don't know how many children they have in the household right now because they foster.
Oh, I was gonna say I
So,
think they only have one kid, but
well, yeah, they have one natural kid, but they do a lot of fostering. So there could be anything from one to, I think the max I heard was four at one point.
we have three kids, and I am the baby of six. I don't know that I could do five kids.
Well, no, I mean they four total, not four
Oh, one
fostered
plus three,
plus.
not 1+4.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, but I mean, even so, it would still be a little much for us. We never had children, unfortunately, but times sometimes life be like that.
Well, our ad
So,
break is coming off here, and
okay.
boom, we are back from ads, folks. So let's get into the game. And here we are. We are on Battlefield of Eternity. I'm going to do the zoom out. And Hoku, if you would like to introduce our blue team of Clouded Minds.
Should not see the game right now. Why?
Oh, that's probably a mistake on my part. Let me pause for just a moment. I'm going to make it so
Okay.
that Hoku can see the game. Otherwise, she's going to be relying solely on me. Forgot about
I
that.
can watch your
Share
stream.
Heroes of the Storm. Oh, nope, I'm not doing that. I am doing that. Now can you see the stream, Hoku?
Wow, I can see the screen.
Perfect. All right, it gets a little tricky to replay cast as a group because the Blizzard system really didn't set up for replay casts in groups. It's set up for only solos. So here on our team of Clouded Minds we have, and we get to cheat and pause.
Okay, we have whoops, we have Buffett Man on the Stuka. We have Ruffian on the Chromie. We have Juggernaut playing the Blaze. Pterosaur playing the Hanzo. And Kian up at the top lane on the ball fail.
Nice. This is cool part of the replay cast is we can zoom in like crazy. Look at them beautiful Angel of Death wings on the sad cloud. Are they all on sad clouds? No, there's angry and flirty clouds down here. All right, let's see what the side of Sexy Mofos answered with their mounts. All right, we've got Trash Mouse on the Li Ming. We've got Throbbing Hood on the Rhaegar, Odious Deity as the Muradin, and the Coon as the Greymane, and Rogue as the Thrall. We're going to zoom out here, and before we do anything, let me switch over to this because I can get rid of my cursor if I set up my settings right. So let's see. HOTS, properties, capture cursor,
So
no.
looking at these while you're looking at your mouse, it looks like we have an awful lot of race on the side of the red team. They have both making Greymane. Greymane is probably the fastest racer in the entire game, bar none, especially from an early level. Chromie and Hanzo aren't bad, but they do require a little bit of talents and a little bit of stacking before the race comes online, particularly Hanzo, if he goes the scatterbelt, which it looks like he did.
Howdy,
So
Ektar.
first Immortals will probably go to the red side if they play their cards right. I'm also interested to see a ball fail. This is not a map where you see very often. Normally he's drafted either for his tank shredding capabilities or for his strong double soaking, which is not something that applies to BOE.
Long ago,
So,
in the echoes of history for Heroes of the Storm, Malthael actually was one of the premier racing bruisers on this mount. Well, game volume is loud. We can fix that. somehow.
Yeah, but probably his percent damage really only applies to heroes, so it'll be
Alright.
interesting to see how this goes.
Everybody on screen is watching me reduce my game volume. So, Kian, please let us know if that continues.
So far we've just seen the kind of standard and
Oh,
put
Kian
each
getting
other.
chunked by that rogue thrall.
Yeah, Thrall is nasty to face as any bruiser. He is one of my personal nightmares. No matter what hero I play, I don't like to see a Thrall up against me. So that's a very solid pick
He
on
did
the
take
side
Rolling
of
Thunder, which gives him that percentage damage, so it makes Thrall a very big tank and bruiser buster, if you will.
yeah. I personally think Thrall's one of the more underrated heroes in HOTS in general. I think he's incredibly strong, both in the 4-mana spells. Oh my goodness, Juggerog, please no. That's a lot of damage coming out on the
Oh,
blaze.
that jet
Oh,
propulsion.
great. Beautiful job.
So a gutsy maneuver, we'll say, from the side of Sexy Mofos going in 3v4. I kind of wish I had seen perhaps like the Ming firing spells over the wall instead of trying to get on the point herself. Oh, Ming goes down to the Chromie.
Mage battle.
And all this time, Greymane was up here taking the camp. So we actually see the camp clocked in real early for the side of Sexy
Yep.
Mofos. But if it means they're on time to race and Clouded Minds is not, that could be an advantage. We'll see how the teams respond here. Clouded Minds is going to have theirs at, call it 7 seconds before the Immortal spawns.
Yep. That's so good.
Oh,
Oh,
Juggerab in trouble, even having the shield pop, but down he goes.
that was a
Big
good
time
silence
stop.
attempt. Yep. It's a good silence attempt from Stukov, but unfortunately it wasn't just wasn't enough. Malthael's having to clear lanes, so there's 0 race so far on the side of Clouded Minds if that changes at halftime.
So Ming down here clearing lanes, but a large advantage as far as the Immortal health currently.
That's great made in action. That's what he does.
Oh, Muradin's super low and down he goes.
Ooh.
Kian showing no mercy.
That is one thing Malthael does extremely well is keep a tank's life head.
Oh, Trash Mouse might go down again. Oh, that was a very well-timed heal. Good work,
Yeah.
Robin Hood on the Rhaegar. Oh, Greymane's in deep.
Now that's one thing I did notice about the blue team is they have a very fragile back line, so Blaze is definitely going to have to be on his toes to protect that back line from
The
Greymane
Hanzo is
encroachment.
slowly getting the race done over here. Oh, and
Must
he
be what they
comes
mean by
back for the
ignore all the
fight.
charges. Oh, Greymane's
Greymane
in.
dives in. Rhaegar's next. Muradin might be the third to fall. Oh, still
Oh,
got him. I was going to say, if Jet Propulsion didn't lose to everything.
Ming is just bobbing orbs over the wall there.
I think that Clouded Minds get this just based on a numbers game. Ming's trying, but they're blocking really well.
Yeah, but it'll have no shield, so. And it's early. So it's not the worst position to be in to lose the first immortal, especially when it has that deep shield on it.
So Clouded Minds, showing a very defensive posture on the Immortal, is able to get the kills necessary to then win the Immortal race. We do show that Ilarion is going north to top lane here. Most of the bottom wall was chunked out between the camps and the initial push.
It's also interesting to note they have just over a half level lead to almost a full level lead.
That silence puddle with the slowing sands. Oh, Odious Deity jumps in to be the meat shield for Trash Mouse, and Trash Mouse gets away.
Oh, does Murray get away? Barely.
Oh, man. Playing with fire down there. So a lot of low health bars for the side of Sexy Mofos here. Clouded Minds playing very well with that first immortal. They don't get the fort, but it was a very low shield like you had mentioned. And
Yep.
they're still pushing for this fort, so they'll be able to come back and finish that off pretty easily. Ooh,
Yeah,
Kian up
both
here
Hanzo,
sharking.
both Hanzo and Chromie have a lot of really good long range pokes. So
I really liked that positioning by Odious Deity. Much like the movie Hunt for Red October, closing the distance to stop the torpedo damage. They ate the stun beforehand. Oh, Trash Mouse tries to repeat it, but Li Ming has no health. And down she goes. The body block there on the Muradin inside the little vent area was really well placed positioning too. So this fort now has gone down. All the previous work, of course, does not regenerate, and so down that building goes. All right, Hoku, I think you'll like this since we're in a little bit of a lull.
yes,
I always
we have
thought that they should have Karax the Phase Smith as some sort of a supportive hero that could potentially either summon temporary buildings in a lane, kind of like Probius, or repair buildings by kind of being there, or empower buildings perhaps.
Yeah, I could see the repair and empowering buildings being a reasonable or respective kit for Karax. But here we go. Second model's up.
Oh, big thrall.
Goodness.
Earthquake. Muffin Man's low, but it looks like they're getting out. Muradin's in there. Pop the Avatar. He just kind of lives for now. Bunker drop, which means Blaze also just kind of lives for now.
Yep. But they are guarding this immortal. It looks like neither team wants to race just yet. Oh my goodness. Oh, that flowing sand silence. You're right. That is just brutal. And Kian, oh.
No wonder Kian was like the first person in the cast. Fancy body blocks, 2 kills. Kian was like, yes, let me see game 1. Oh, that purge for the slow and the anti-heal.
Yep. Oh, Greymane might pay for it.
But dem silence puddles. Yeah, Greymane's toast. That invisibility only lasts for 3 seconds.
Right.
Wow, they let him live. Greymane's like Harry Potter right there.
The chosen one.
The dogman who lived. So a lot of patience that we're seeing on these immortals. Teams are really not crashing very quickly.
Oh man. Dear.
That was a very good stun. Juggerob, fantastic jet propulsion there. Odious Deity getting caught. And even Muradin suffers to a low blow silence puddle.
Oh, without doubt.
And race as they might, the lead that Clouded Minds had started on the immortal means that the second mortal is also going their way. Kian getting the victory globes, nobody else carrying mana, ain't nobody got time for that. And do we see a 5-man commitment down here? It's a small enough map that I feel like they're fine to do this, and Kian will still get back when the experience matters, but you're up talent tiers, you have very shielded immortal, take the fort, maybe even get some keep wall, and know that Thrall's...
The top lane is so pushed out there really wasn't much that Q would get done up there anyway.
And we
Oh,
see the World
big
Breaker.
thunder.
Oh, that's true. It's not World Breaker until 20, but
Yep. Oh, that silence pump was just making Murden's life not at all. Those would be
fair
great.
and balanced, that Stukov.
Yeah, as a frontline player, he is not my favorite. Him and Brightwing are just both like, can we not?
Oh, looks like there might
Can we
be
just
another
rest?
kill.
Yep, there goes
So
Thrall.
Clouded Minds likely has the ability to finish this
Whoa.
keep, now getting another
Yep.
kill on the Greymane.
Yep.
Yeah, the poke from Ruffian on Chromie is so strong too. I feel like they could have stayed probably just a few seconds longer before they bugged out for that camp, but there's some saying like discretion is the better part of valor or something like that, so not
Yep.
overstaying and dying is a very good choice for Clouded Minds. I'm interested to see what Sexy Mofos can do to get back in this game. It certainly hasn't spiraled out of control on them, but they are a little bit behind. There's a major structure lead for Clouded Minds. There's an experience lead. Oh.
Murden. Well, he's
Kian is
gonna
just
get out.
searching for that last rights. So
Yep. Paid
in
for
a
it.
4v5, Sexy Mofos actually gets one kill, but they are very low and have to be very careful. Pterosaur looking for that Greymane, and the Coon getting a very close call there, but
Now,
manages to slip away.
this is interesting. We're seeing almost a full bruiser big build as opposed to a race big build. So that may be why she survived out of that and why she's playing so aggressively.
I don't
Right.
love the camp call there necessarily, but I'm sure take something close while you can. But I would have liked to have seen them take some of the towers perhaps instead. So race is up, 16's on the horizon for Clouded Minds. It is defensive positioning, so Kian says, I get to take this camp while you guys defend. Pterosaur's saying, but I also get to take this camp because I have ridiculous range.
All right. So we see
A little bit of siege action coming in from Sexy Mofo's bottom. Murden might be in trouble. He gets caught.
Yep.
A big Sunbring. Murden gets out, but then the last rights and the Hanzo arrow.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought I saw a Hanzo arrow come in here too. Hanzo wants it, but Hanzo gets it. Meanwhile, Kian is just like, oh, I'm just going to casually kill everybody else.
Kian must have been a bully. Just kidding,
He only
Kian.
say that because he's a chat. I will have to say, I was a
he's
little
there, but
surprised.
he's gotten quite a few kill counts in this game. Let's see. There we go. Nope, that's not it either. That's the time dead. 6 kills.
Yep.
I actually feel like we've seen more than 3 last rights hits, but that's all the game is telling us. Pterosaur back here doing his racing duty.
There was one cast on the make, but she had the diamond skin, so it didn't actually kill her. Was it the diamond skin?
She does have diamond skin. Or no, she doesn't have diamond skin because that's 16.
That's 16. Yeah, that's right.
So a very full shield immortal.
Yeah.
Clouded Minds choosing to look at the other side. I kind of feel like your cover got blown there, fellas. Oh, Juggerob hunting a rogue.
With Bane is saying, nope.
So
it's interesting that they're playing main tank Blaze. It's not something you see terribly often. because he's such a good off-laner, but it's really working well for their comp right now. There's great jet propulsions. Those slows are incredibly oppressive. And with the reduced
Oh,
spell damage,
the
that's a big
Sundering set the Ming up to just
Yep,
blast that Chromie.
yep. Oh my goodness.
So Thrall
Stucom is doing
goes
what
down
he
through
can.
it, but it looks like there might be another kill onto the Malthael
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Well, I said I
Yes,
was
well,
wondering what they were going to do to get back in this game. 4 kills might be it. So they've got to stop this Immortal, of course, but I don't think Alarian is going to be able to take out the core. Muradin is on his way back.
how will they grade me? Punching him in the butt. Will they get the shield?
I was going to say, I think they
Yeah,
even get a little
just a
bit of core
little bit.
damage.
Yeah, just a little bit. Okay, so they don't have a lot of time on the death timers, so I'm not sure if they can really gain too much
Oh,
here.
Pterosaur being mighty careful.
Yeah.
I don't know
Well,
that
they also
they,
have the Chromie scouting.
yeah, I don't know that Sexy Mofos would have had time necessarily to get there, but I think it was wise to use those vision abilities. And Sexy Mofos wants to force right here. I don't really like this backing up because 20s are not far distant for the side of
Well,
Clouded Mines.
they had people doing camps, so they really could fight to their structures without the grenade effect.
And I'd kind of like to just see Clouded Mines run at the core. Yeah, we said the Sonic Arrow was smart, Pterosaur. Being wise
Yep,
with the vision tools.
yep. Oh, they're going
The
for it. They're trying
Avatar
to
was a little bit
325.
premature, but I think it's better to have used it and on that aggressive jump than to not have it and be in there in a silence puddle or something.
Right. Well, they also wanted to force something pre-20, but they decided
Oh, they're hunting
Clouded
rabbits.
Mines. Clouded Mines was smart. They backed up and said, "You know what? We can clear the camp. We'll be 20s first."
So Clouded Mines could go completely defensive here. There are 2 catapults going bottom lane, and so they can
Yep.
just set up around Blue Immortal and wait for someone to have to go back on the side of Sexy Mofos. This camp, yes, it's going to take the wall, but it's not that important when the other team is dealing with potential core damage. So now that they see Thrall is back there, Clouded Mines moves up to fight Belith, and they are just going to tear through this. I would have liked to have seen Sexy Mofos perhaps leave a little bit more threat here to try to keep it off, because that is half of the Immortal Shield is gone now.
What tools they have to really protect that. They don't have a lot of zoning tools other than Thrall, who had to go back to clear.
Oh man, Thrall being patient. Level 20s are so close.
Yep.
Oh, the time stop worked against him.
Yep.
And we saw
Oh,
the
good
big flank
ancestral.
from the Thrall. A great time stop for the Chromie. And Greymane gets out just barely, but Muradin dives in to keep him alive. Oh, the Li Ming wants that Chromie kill. Oh, buyback from the Malthael, I just noticed that.
Yep.
And Ming now goes
And
down. Rhaegar's
2 down,
next.
3 down.
Greymane's probably next, and Thrall might get away. Oh, does Pterosaur find him? Does Pterosaur find him? Oh, Thrall
No,
gets away.
wrong push, wrong push. But that's a core call. Easy.
Yep, this is a point where if I was doing a coaching, I would actually fast forward. But we're gonna let Clouded Minds revel in the glory of this core call and win. Oh, and the Thrall
Oh,
almost went down too.
yep. That's- Oh,
Muffin Man getting the big slaps in. Oh, Thrall
yeah.
does go
Bang!
down.
Yep, that was a Hanzo arrow. Slap.
GG. Game one goes over to Clouded Mines. We're going to see if this works on my best of three here. The winner screen worked.
All
All right,
right.
let's see. Game summary. We're going to bring this up. We're going to let the chat fade. So, big siege damage and hero damage coming out of Kian. Very high kill rate. 23 of the 25 kills Malthael was there for, including 10 killing shots. Um, Great hero damage from Pterosaur. Pterosaur, if you need to tease Kian, you didn't have to sacrifice your life to get kills, but you know, it was a team effort, right? We win as a team, we lose as a team. Odious Deity having a bit of a rough game between silence puddles and just percentage-based damage. 8 deaths is always tough. I know as a fellow tank player, you want to get in there and help, and sometimes it just feels like the enemy team picked a draft to counter you as a tank, and I've got to feel a little bit of that for Odious Deity. But well played by both teams. We are looking forward to the next one. Let's take a look at talents. I did get all the maps downloaded, but I don't see anything necessarily standing out to me for talents.
Well, other than the surprise of the big going full teleport build as opposed to any kind of a race build, um, that to me is a little surprising. It looks like Red Team really wanted to be very aggressive, but it's hard to be very aggressive into a Cromie Stukov.
Yeah, into a dang Stukov. All right, we're going to come back to our map screen here while I work on the next replay getting loaded. At some point I had it pulled open so that I could see what the next game was. Apparently I don't have that anymore, so let me get to that because I don't know what map is game 2. So, teams, B West, Clouded Mines. Game 2 is Infernal Shrines. For anybody who plays in NGS consistently, that will not surprise you because Infernal Shrines is insanely popular. So, alright, let me get back here, open the next replay, downloads, well, that's not helpful. I downloaded both maps at the same minute, and I'm learning now that that was a mistake. I should have downloaded them at different times so that I knew the order in which they should be replayed. Because right now I just don't have that info. So let's re-download that map, shall we? Replay 2 is, oh, got it. It's show me the names then screen. It's that one. Alright, the replays have the map names in them for anybody who might be doing replay casts in the future. I did not have my screen expanded enough to read that part, so it just said Storm Replay. But here we are on Infernal Shrines. We see a little bit more of a wild hero draft. We'll say spicy, because over here on the side of Clouded Mines, we have, is it an off-lane May? Nope, it's an off-lane Blaze, because Kian's probably taken the off-lane. And so we have May, played by Jugger Rob. We have Pterosaur on the Tychus. Muffin Man reprising their role as the Stukov. Ruffian as the Tassadar. And Kian, as mentioned, as that Blaze. Hoku, would you like to introduce our red team here? Look at that. We got them all on screen for you. Hoku, are you there? Oh, did I lose the Hoku?
Can you hear me?
I can now.
Okay, so we have a bit of a switch up. We have Rogue on the Anubarak. I believe they were the off lane last time. Odious Deity is playing the Leo. Cocoon on Jaina. Robin Hood playing Zul'jin. And Trash Mouse on Right Wing. So it looks like we had some role swapping going on
We
the
definitely
side of
did, because
Sexy
Trash
Mofos.
Mouse was the Li Ming,
Yep.
Throbbing Hood was the Rhaegar, and then Odious Deity was the Muradin, and Rogue was the Thrall, like you were saying. So,
Yep.
alright, we see some aggressive positioning from Sexy Mofos and some relaxed positioning, we'll say, from Clouded Minds, saying, well, we can clear that when it gets a little closer, too.
Yeah, when you're at Tassadar, you really don't want to stick your nose too far out without a lot of front line in front of you.
Well, and they've denied Zul'jin getting even a single axe throw at this point, so...
They do not want to act. So, oh, Rogue goes in the part.
Oh,
Might be a mistake.
yeah, that silence
Oh,
puddle,
but
and then the blaze slow.
yep.
So big rotation from the offlaner there, Kian setting up extra kills. Bottom
And they
camp
just
is now
great fun.
somewhat free. FYI,
And we,
thunderstorm, Rutro.
uh-oh. Well, hopefully you don't lose your power there. So it's interesting. We
No,
actually
that
have
was
the
Odious
AA.
Deity in game, not me.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Well, I hope they don't lose their.
Well, this is
I was
from the
looking at the talents.
past. So here in the future, we hope that in the past, you didn't lose power, Odious Deity.
So it is interesting. We have an AA build Tassadar, which is not something very often in general. And on this map, although you can get a lot of value out of the AA bounces, it'll be interesting to see how we do with that. I'm going to keep an eye on that task there.
See, and I'm all for AA. Oh, we need to pause. Our auto roll ads went again.
Oh
So
dear. Okay.
we're paused for everyone who is stuck in Adsville. Sorry, I should have ran ads in between the match to try to make sure that that did not happen. But here we are, my friends. We are waiting for 48 seconds, it says, for our ad break to run its course. And then we will continue with some sweet, sweet Heroes of the Storm action. And while we're doing that, we're even going to showcase our Nexus Rewind or NGS Rewind. Dang it, I said it wrong. Thing there on the screen.
See that again.
Try it again. NGS Rewind. All right, we got 17 seconds left on the rewind. For those of you who are here with me right now, we'll give you a sweet secret, and that is the sound recorded an interview with me today for the late night face check.
Oh,
All
great.
right, we are back, and our ad break is over. Welcome back, community, back to this sweet, sweet action.
Yes, rewind. Let's go.
All right, everyone playing a little bit of careful play here. So we'll talk about the history of NGS Rewind. I am not the founder of NGS Rewind. I contacted said person who originally used that title, which is Arrow, one of the former head casters, and said, hey, can I use that tagline? And he said, that'd be great. And so we resurrected NGS Rewind last season. But on Sundays, Arrow used to just chain pull Rewind games, and I think that season he cast something like 100 games. It was crazy. Or 100 matches, I should say, which is even more games.
Yeah, that's definitely a lot of games. So here we go. We're starting to position for the first objective.
And it's
Oh,
Frozen Punisher. Ooh.
oh. So we see all 5. And here comes Blaze. Now, both teams have excellent shrine clear. The zone control on both sides is also pretty darn good. Jaina can kind of keep people where they don't want to be, almost indefinitely.
And the May goes down on Nubarak. Ooh, less than 250 health there, gets out. So 2020 on the Shrine minions.
Let's see
Ooh,
what
the
we do
Goon
with
just
this.
ate a whole lot of Psy Storm damage.
Yep. So one nice thing is even with the May goes down, Blaze is still a tank. So you still have a very solid front line.
32 to 32. May's coming
Oh
back,
my
36,
goodness.
39.
It's,
Oh,
oh, goes to the red team.
with
John
where
Cena stepped up.
Ruffian was standing, for a second I thought the banner was Ruffian taunting in the middle of that, which I thought was really funny to have that accidental key press. But that wasn't what it was. It was the banner coming up right
Yeah.
above his head.
So the first jump happened way outside, so they're going to get a little extra value of this because for the second jump, it should be turning off the building shortly.
I actually think with a Frozen Punisher, having it jump outside the first time is a good thing, because then it doesn't freeze the towers and the keep, usually,
Good
and
point.
when it jumps the second time. So, not a lot from that Immortal, but we did get a cannon tower and a gate. And
And it looks like very even on XP, so I'm assuming both the
extremely so.
offlanes.
Look at that. XP
Yeah.
was within 14 points when we said that. And it keeps ping-ponging who's ahead, so...
Yep. So it looks like Tass is done with his auto attack quest.
Oh, we see that Leoric was close. I think if
Yeah,
Leoric had Entomb, we probably would have seen it come through there, but where we're just a
right.
little bit ahead of that in the schedule of the game, they decided to just get back to being off-lane double soak duties.
I will say, the red team really likes to be on the blue team side of the map a lot. I saw that in Battlefield of Eternity. We see it here. They
And
just like to position
I
very
think I
far
would have
forward.
liked to see them just snap clear the bottom wave instead of threatening that camp so much and just try to get rotational advantage on the waves and be ahead till 10. So we actually see 10s locked in for the side of Clouded Mines, just slightly faster.
All right, let's go ahead and take a look at some of these updates here. I don't see anything terribly surprising. Nope, that all looks pretty standard.
Yeah, I mean, I could see having Ring instead of Water Elemental coming out of a Cocoon or going into an Entomb, but I certainly
Right.
think Water Elemental has big ability to change a fight, because you either have to deal with it or put up with the damage that it brings and the slows that it brings.
Right.
Oh, Throbbing Hood,
Oh.
be careful. The cavalry might be after you.
So he's starting to get stacked up there, though, and here we have the Battle of the Offlane.
Yeah, I figured it was a good
Always,
chance to show it.
always the most exciting part of the match. Oh, that's a good flank
Oh,
attack from the Nubrag.
that
Weiss
cocoon
Oswald misses.
made it
Oh
so that the
dear.
slap couldn't come out, but
Yeah.
poor Walter, the water elemental, down he goes.
So that was a lot of heroics used, but not a lot of kills.
So a little bit of a defender lead for our red team of sexy mofos. 13-0 so far. Even on
Yeah.
talent tiers, even on level even. Oh, as I say that, now they're not even on level.
So,
Though I do feel
it's not a,
like Clouded Minds is doing a good job of waiting out healing cooldowns.
yeah.
And Brightwing's hearthing.
Oh, that sure is. That's a dead Nuberak. Yeah, Nuberak can have a really rough time into the
Oh,
Tychus.
Throbbing Hood just being untouchable there and getting to just say you want axe over and over again. So
Yep, that was a
the
lot of
kills
stacks.
favor red team because Leoric can still slow and potentially get back for this.
Base taking a lot of damage.
You can still throw axes when you're silenced. And
Also,
Tychus
the Bay.
finishing off the Immortal. Oh,
Uh,
wow. Throbbing Hood is just still alive, and that is crazy to me. Tazdingo never even popped.
nope. We're just so focused on the Nuberak that Robin could just kind of do whatever he wished. So it is an Arcane Punisher, so it may not get too much more here.
Oh, we see the Cocoon go out onto the Tychus. We see the super slaps coming through.
Yep.
Ooh, the
Good
ensnare
spot.
net also on the Tychus. Down he goes.
And
So many axes. I don't even know where they come from. The Tazdingo popped. Oh, that was a great stun. Being very patient by the side
yep.
of Rogue. Not quite enough damage to finish off Ruffian, so they do survive. But great patience on Rogue's side to wait for that temporal shift, dimensional shift, shadow walk
Yep.
to come out.
Oh, we kept the bunker, but will he get out?
That was a really well
Ooh,
timed
just barely.
bunker and a good try on the dive from Rogue.
Yep. So one thing to note is Blaze does have the Unstoppable on his trait. He did not take the normal off-lane talent, which is the attack and move speed buff. I believe last match when it was made Tank Blaze, they took the shield talent.
They did take the
So
shield
the
talent. I remember seeing that.
yeah, so the Unstoppable is really helpful because it means that you can't get the bunker off. You're not going to get stunned out of it or silenced out of it. Um, and it's very helpful because they do have a lot of follow-ups on the side of Sexy Mofos. So I think that's a smart pick at level 1 for the Blaze for Cube. The other benefit to that level 1 talent for Blaze is he actually gets CDR on his trait for each
From
blow he picks up.
Mofos.
Whoa, a swing and a miss from Rogue.
Another ensnare uses the Odin in order. Oh, 70 something health.
Oh my goodness, big slaps coming up from Stugoff.
Alright, Terrorsaur, you apparently need to send Muffin Man a muffin as a thank you. Because maybe they collect muffins. Maybe that's what they mean by Muffin Man. I don't know.
I think Muffin Man means he just saved his muffin. I think one of the challenges that Cloud and Minds is facing here is so far they haven't gained a ton of value out of the May. It's been a very kind of defensive May. So they just
I do
don't.
think May has a lot of potential as a tank, but she's,
Yeah.
in my opinion, a more difficult tank to get the initial value out of.
Well, she's not really an engage tank. She's more of a counter engage tank. So if the enemy team is playing just kind of relaxed, it can be a little difficult. Um, And it's been tough to hit the ice wall so far. So if you can see a
Snare
big
going
ice
out
wall,
again. Lots
yep.
of damage into
Oh,
the May.
oh,
Lots
there's
of
the May
damage
down
into
again.
the Brightwing. Ruffian's pretty
Oh,
low. Oh, Odious was very close with that Entomb.
yep,
Rogue is very low.
yep.
And
But
Clouded
Leo is
Mind's
not
backing
low.
up here.
Yeah, they kind of have to. They might engage because they know that all the
There's the
heroics are
Odin
down.
committed.
So, yep.
The camp catching the top fort for Sexy Mofos. 37 to
There's the bunker.
27. This
Yeah,
blizzard
just
finishes
one
it off.
more. There it is. Yep. But it
Oh,
might turn
Tassadar
roughly
zapping the Zul'jin in the face and getting
to Jaina.
the Jaina. Ruffian didn't like that I was calling out Kian's kill shots last games.
But the camp top is still getting pretty decent value. It looks like it's going to get at least one camp tower. Yep.
It has been a very defensive game, BMed. So yeah, that fort finally going down at level 16, 17 is a bit wild. All right, so again, super even on the experience. You can see we're within 300, 400 of each other.
Oh, goodness.
And we finally have the first fort down. The second fort's very close.
Well,
Sexy Mofos has completed the other wall down here, but Clouded Minds has really only gotten the top wall and then a little bit of chip damage. 20s looks like it's going to be a slight lead to Clouded Minds, but we're talking seconds of lead.
question is, are they going to try to force a fight before?
That
Oh,
that burrow charge interrupted May's icing slide.
yep.
So down goes May. This may make it for Sexy Mofos to get level 20 first. They
So
do
they
have a
still have
little bit of a
Welly up.
lead.
Oops, they had Welly up. They do have an Anubarak who can tank a building almost indefinitely, although he is W build. He does not have the
Yeah,
extra
he is
beetles.
not infinite beetles.
But
Oh,
he can
big
still tank
blaze,
that.
big blaze.
Oh,
The ice
oh,
block
yeah.
and the blink heal. Jaina barely gets away.
I don't know if Rogue
Oh,
does.
that ensnare.
Oh, yeah, I will say Robin Hood is playing lights out on that little gym there.
Yep, he has died just the one time.
Yeah.
So little bit of an overstay by Sexy Mofos and a good flank from Blaze with those big jet propulsion shoulders. I've got to imagine collision course, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the best level 13.
Oh, without a doubt. And it pairs so well with that 16 as well.
Sexy Mofos is back for that tower.
Yep, there's the ice wall. Oh, it misses again. Oh, well, but Tass
Nope,
doesn't miss.
that ice wall did exactly what it was supposed to do and made it so that they couldn't get away. If they had been trapped, they wouldn't have been able to kill him right away. I mean, yes, they'd have been slowed coming out of it, but still.
Well, it was that Tass follow-up wall that got the kills there, for sure.
Muffin Man, I appreciated you right there walking all the way up to the fort just to punch it once and then walk away. Sometimes it's about sending a message to inanimate objects. So 20s on the side of both teams. We do see Silence and Tomb. Ooh, Mithril Mace is a lot of fun with the speed that he's about to finish. So it'll be interesting to see how well Odious Deity can stay alive and how much percentage damage he can get done. The choice here, I think, is a wise one considering the numbers advantage that Clouded Minds has. The camp, I could go either way on. I don't think the camp's a bad choice, and it will create additional pressure in this mid lane. Clouded Mines doing a clever little 39 trick here to see where those enemies have gone.
But they also wanted the time to take that top camp to push with John Cena, so with a little extra
See some
punch coming
warning
out.
pings. Ice Wall connects with the, is that Jaina? It is Jaina.
Yep.
Silence and Tomb out, jet propulsion, bunker drop. Here comes the big phase shift. Stukov goes
Ooh.
down throughout it. There's a cocoon finally onto the Tychus. Blaze doesn't have bunker. Blaze doesn't have bunker. Blaze goes down. Tychus very low. We see the black hole coming across the screen. May is the next one. She has that unstoppable auto proc, but she goes down. Rogue goes down. Pterosaur on the Tychus being the last line of defense. Ruffian coming in, doing his little zaps and zigzags. Ruffian, or not Ruffian, Pterosaur catches the Brightwing, so this defense is
Yep.
completed. And in the top lane, John Cena and his friendly shaman camp just working away on that top keep.
Yep. They're gonna lose the key, it looks like. I don't think they can save it for the Jaina. Whoops, especially if she gets jumped on.
Well, she was going to get jumped on by being the only one there.
I guess she did not have her ice block back up, but she used to just used it.
Yeah, she used it as a defense back in the fight.
Yep.
So, first keep for the side of Clouded Mines with their help of their friendly neighborhood John Cena Punisher. There goes the improved ice block once again.
Yep.
No core health, just a little bit of shielding there, and Robin Hood comes in to help finish the cleanup. The camp taken mid, so no additional mid pressure for Clouded Mines, but they do now have, of course, that continual catapult pressure building in the top lane. That is their one lane where they have an advantage, and it's a big advantage in that lane.
Yep.
Ultimates are all up except Water Elemental for the side of Sexy Mofos. Odin is about to come up, and we see the commit to siege in the bottom lane for Clouded Mines. Sexy Mofos is running towards mid fort. It's not got a lot of health, so this looks like it's going to be relatively free. Clouded Mines, you can see on the minimap, are kind of just down in the shrine area at the moment. Not responding, but also not pushing. Thoughts of backing, but nothing quite happened there.
Yep.
Now we are seeing that free siege, Juggerop holding the flank so that there's no fancy shenaniganry. Oh, and now here comes Rogue and Odious Deity.
Here comes the shenanigans. Oh, let's see what happens. There's two. There's
And
the
the
ice wall,
silence
but
in
it's too
Tomb.
late. Yep.
The Brightwing blinks out to a minion to stay safe. Blinks out again. Oh, Blaze really wanted to kill that dragon. And Throbbing Hood has so much health. He does get the kill in the mix there, or he didn't get the kill. His teammate got killed in the mix there to the
We might
Blaze.
be in trouble now. There's the blinds. Oh.
This is going to be our first mega kill that I can recall of the series, going to the side of Sexy Mofos, and with 4 people alive and double
Long
kata
death
here,
timer.
they may be
Yeah.
able to just march in. Jaina decided to have that thunderstorm knock her out of the game.
Uh-oh.
It's Robin Hood using that Amani Rage, and here it comes. Yep, that is game. GG's being called by both sides, so a big team fight victory wraps it up, but the side of Sexy Mofos certainly had a win condition that they had done through solid play throughout the game before that point, and that final team fight mega kill definitely finished it off.
Silence and Tomb. Yeah, that Silence and Tomb on the Stuke off.
Silence in Tomb is busted strong in the right scenario.
Yep. All right, so we have ourselves a series.
Yes, we
Team
do.
series. NGS Rewind on Friday
Remember
night.
leg day. You're going to laugh, Raka, when I show you that I am in fact wearing pajamas with my suit jacket today. But I will switch into a t-shirt before I do leg day. All right, so nobody being the undying this game, a very even match as far as total kill count, 13-17. We'll show the talents one more time before we load into that next one.
That
And
Soldier was definitely doing work. Robin Hood was just those nets, those snares were fantastic. He gave lots of acts.
lots of acts. All right. Oh, that's
Many
true. I
axes.
should have come here to this. Boom. I already know the next map because I looked it up before.
All right. Where are we going? Where are we taking?
We're going to Volskaya Foundry.
Ah, can't say it's my favorite map, but it's much more fun to cast than it is to play.
It's a great map. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
We abuse the fact that it's a great map.
gazebo. Yeah, you just have to use the correct clip. Gazebo can double soak, and most people won't even notice.
All right. Well, our game has started. I suppose I should fix my posture. I'm definitely slouching in my chair. All right. So, our blue team. Clouded Minds. Hoku, take it away.
We have Juggernaut back on the blaze, Kian back on the ball field. Muffin Man this time playing the Anduin. Ruffian playing the Chromie, and Pterosaur on the Sylvanas.
So 3 repeat heroes from their Game 1 victory. And over here for our red team of Sexy Mofos. Take it away, Hoku. Sorry, I was
Oh,
burping.
vegan. Okay, that's fine. We have Rogue on the variant. Trash Mouse playing the. I think that's a big.
That's a
Yes, that is a big. You're kind of cutting off. I can't see who's playing what.
Oh, oops. It got even worse when I went to the other team's vision on accident.
Yep. Robin Hood back on the Zul'jin. I'll use Deity on the Auric, and I believe it's the Coon on the Rhaegar. There we go.
Yes'm. All right, here we go, my friends. Here we go. Are we going to have the infamous mid lane showdown? Because right now it looks like we might.
I was gonna say they have a sylph, so usually when you see a sylph on a map this big, you'd like to kind of have one person ready to rotate to counter any sylph cheese, but it looks like they're just gonna play it straight.
Which surprises me because Clouded Minds does not want to give that Zul'jin stacks again.
No. And Soldier will say, "Thank you, I will take the stabs."
I've got to think that the Stukov was banned out since we saw it 2 games in a row. Maybe not. It's hard to say. Oh man, the Zul'jin getting very low, but getting extra stacks for it. He did take Recklessness.
Yep, that's safe
So
talent to take.
everybody's low health except Muffin Man and Trash Mouse from that.
Well, even the offliners are doing the offlane thing.
Yeah, relatively. Sorry.
Yeah, Stukov can be extra impressive on this map because you just can never walk onto the point when Stukov is there. Ooh, that's variant being a little level 2 variant. Yeah, that's one issue with variant is he's not a real hero yet. Kind of a glorified minion.
It's not an issue, it's a design choice.
Oh, I'm sure, but it is an issue if you want to fight it mid indefinitely. Then we're going for the camps. This map and Alterac Pass are pretty much if you see that camp, you take that camp. Earlier you take it, you get a good chance for it to respawn during the first objective, meaning you can have 2 turrets going into the first objective, which is very handy.
I do miss when Hanamura was part of Storm League and such, because it created another camp-oriented map.
Right. I have to admit, I do kind of miss the original Hanamura. It was a terrible design, but it was pretty fun to play. That boss
Kian's
in
in
the
trouble
middle.
down here. Taunt. He's
He's all fail.
slippery though.
Yeah. And it's not a ton of damage from the Leo just yet, so.
Or from the Varian. He's building up with Lion's Maw.
Oh, we lost a Zul'jin in mid lane, yeah.
In top lane even. He was out soloing.
Mhm. We're going to do an NGS rewind. It's
Yep,
that
the
killing action.
rewind. Boom. Yeah, he's toast. Sorry,
Yep.
Robin Hood.
Yep.
Zul'jin ain't got no escapes.
Yep. The mini map is a hard thing to read.
Oh,
I have been
garbage.
caught
I
up
just
that way.
realized I forgot to run ads. It's not telling me we need them yet, but I should have ran some in between the two games.
Ah, whoops. Cloud of Mines taking the camp as they should. Have gotten that kill up top on the Zul'jin.
Ooh, another big
We do
stun.
see a completely different build from Big this time. Before we had the Bruiser build on Mewy, and now we have the sit back and nuke from orbit on the Skull.
A little bit of an experience lead for Clouded Mines. Our camps are getting relatively close, 40 seconds away. Kian down here doing some work in the off lane. Though, Leoric actually has as much experience, so. Oh, that's Sylve up here activating the trait. And I say that, and now we're going into a dang ad break.
Well,
Lousy
we
ad
pretty much know
breaks. What was that?
what's going to happen. We pretty much know what's going to happen.
You're saying to
So
let
it's
it
interrupt
play?
all this. Yeah.
So, well, I hope everybody who's here right now and has ads blocked or Twitch Turbo, whatever that means, just enjoys the banter back and forth. Here, we'll cheat for a
I'm
second. Go ahead.
looking at these comps, and with Blaze and Chromie especially, they have an awful lot of zone control. So once this first objective really starts becoming the hot topic, it'll be interesting to see if Clouded Minds wants to partner the objective, or if they want to take advantage of Sylve and ignore the objective and just push the heck out of it. That's one thing I've seen a lot on Volskaya recently, is teams just saying, first objective, it's not worth it. We'll just go kill their buildings while they sit on a point. So I do like this from Clouded Minds, where they do have siege going on in the top lane and not really worrying about the protector at this point. In addition, because the red team does have a Zul'jin, the early protector would A, not get much value on the buildings, and B, give Zul'jin a lot of stacks. So,
And we
I
are
like this choice.
back.
Alright, so now we're fighting for the
Healing
top lane.
and turrets both deployed here, and they're all blue. So
Yep.
I'm kind of surprised to see the turret go out, but if it helps with the team fight and gets you the siege you're after, that's what it's there for.
Oh, Zul'jin just walked up.
Ooh, Varian.
Oh, just exploded them.
Here I was thinking Varian got killed by Gul'dan in the lore, but it was apparently Chromie.
But meanwhile, speaking of a not very strong early objective,
Hey,
we do have the
it's still
protector
an
taken.
extra health pool. That's like bunker drop with legs.
Yep. And lasers. Now they're still sieging top, though, is the problem.
Oh, Robin Hood is so low.
Whew. But he's Zul'jin. He likes being low.
Not when Chromie's after him. Oh, Rogue is now the one who's low. Sylvanas whittles
Yep.
him down.
Yeah, Varian is tough with that much zone control and it slows. Varian
So,
doesn't really
so one of the
have
most
much.
morbid things about slowing Sands is watching the Varian go around as a corpse.
This is
Oh, so low health,
morbid.
and I think that was an auto attack that finished off the Zul'jin.
Yeah.
So, trading top for bottom, but really the bottom isn't going to be finished either. So,
Nope.
very good trade for Clouded Minds, giving up the first objective, getting an entire fort finished top lane. They do
As well
need
as
to
the
try to even up this bottom lane in case we go third objective, which I imagine we will. They don't want to have a disadvantage in that side of the arena. Oh, Rogue tried to get on the point, but was just a pixel off is all. Oh, Trash Mouse, big orb onto the Sylve.
it would have been tough though because they did have tents on the side of Clouded Minds. So
He charged in to try.
yeah, A for a valiant attempt.
For gumption. For the willingness to try.
Oh shit, I like that word. You don't hear much. Well, we have a little bit of a trap set up, except they popped the trap way too early.
Slowing Sands, making that even more difficult now.
Yep.
Oh, the
Nope.
light
And
bomb
give
jet
light bomb.
propulsion, the entomb, the ancestral barely
Beautiful.
misses. Big wailing arrow. That's a
Yep.
great turn. Uh,
Yep.
the trap getting sprung just a little too early, but just being an absolute slugfest in there that Clouded Minds came out on top of.
Yep.
Oh, I don't know that they get to finish this camp. Yeah,
I would leave. I would leave. Oh dear. That's an
and
ancestral, but boy,
by
they had so much
ancestral
damage.
being used, they stayed alive. So great use of the ult, but unfortunate for the side of Sexy Mofos that they had to burn that 90-second cooldown, 100-second
Right.
cooldown. So Clouded Minds inching ahead on this. They've got the one cannon tower and gate down here mid. They took both turrets. They're zeroing in on 13. It looks like gonna take the siege camp. Juggerob just kind of chilling here, seeing if he can get the healing camp on the next call. 13's locked in. Here we go. Clouded Minds zooming in on their flirty clouds.
Learning
Okay.
Clouded Minds. Oh, that is. And so far is fine. Oh, there's the taunt. And
It was
oh
too
my
many
goodness.
axes.
Yep.
Oh,
One
Variant's
X too
hurting.
many. Yep. He's got the shield wall. He's a pot warrior. Boy, that slowing stance is just so pushing.
Yeah. The the drawback of shield wall is, of course, that you don't get Warbringer, which means Varian
Right.
cannot charge to an ally to get out of it.
I love that. Charging to a minion to escape never gets old.
And this camp that
Wow.
could up here just whittling away. But Clouded Minds is now getting that chance to even up the bottom lane that I mentioned, and they've already gotten nearly half the fort.
Just don't think there's any way they could push them off that. Now if there's a silk trade, that's a dead port.
Yeah, the additional macro held by the heroes of Clouded Minds is starting to showcase more and more as we see the buildings fall and we watch Sexy Mofos trying to clear to catch up, and not being able to clear fast enough, so Clouded Mine's just taking another inch and another inch and another inch.
Yep. One other thing that Clouded Minds has going for them is that Chromie level 1, Time Walker's Pursuit, Vision is probably one of the most powerful tools you can have in Heroes of the Storm. And so to have that kind of on-demand vision is absolutely huge, and it was slowing sands. And there's that's a deadly. That was another
Might be a
great
dead
hit
Rhaegar
from post
too.
Michael. But no, he's got a little extra. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Chromie and so Ruffian and Kian just have such great synergy with each other. They're just, between the two of them, they're just setting each other up and just throwing those kills so nicely.
Well, and Muffin Man got a really good pull out of the variant taunt, so that the kill target was no longer there.
So you can definitely see that this is a team that has played together. They know each other well. They know each other's heroes. It's great to see that kind of synergy between teammates like that. So that you can see that in a lot of other teams that have played together for a while. They'll have like their comfort combos or their comfort comps, and it's just so fun to watch when they get
I
that.
don't know that we're seeing a completed second objective in this game. Oh,
I mean, we haven't. No one seems to care about the objectives.
well, Sexy Mofos cared on the first round, but now they're back on that macro deficit. They're having trouble trying to catch up. They were looking for a numbers fight there. They couldn't quite get it.
Well, they are down 16s. 16 is probably one of the biggest power spikes in this game. Oh, there's another light bomb Jeffer push. Yep. Oh, Rhaegar! Oh, poor puppy! I could dead soldier? Nope.
Nope, just the variant going down on that round.
Oh, that was no.
Oh, Ming gets found. Rhaegar and the Li Ming go down. The Zul'jin does have Tazdingo, but he's able to walk away, even if that means kicking his friend's corpse out of the way.
Yeah, I
and
think
Clouded Mine's
Rhaegar
just sieging down the closest building they can find.
Yeah, Rhaegar got baited in a bit by the big saber, just fortunately. Yeah, so at this point, Clouded Minds can pretty much do whatever they want. They just have so much of a lead built up and so much of map pressure built up.
Yeah, this is a tough position for Sexy Mofos. We do see a fair amount of damage coming out from our Zul'jin. Let's see. Man, it took me a while to get to that one, but... And Li Ming is actually leading hero damage for the game.
Well, the only thing is, though, it's not resulting in a lot of kills. That's one of the drawbacks to Orb.
Kill.
Yeah, that's one of the drawbacks to Orb Bang, is it does a lot of damage, but it doesn't do a lot of fatal damage.
That's from Mace again. Yes, it is. So I think if you're the side of Sexy Mofos, you're waiting for that Silence and Tomb again. You really don't want to step out and get yourself in trouble. You want to just soak as carefully as you can and wait for that 20s so that you're not just handing this map over to Clouded Minds. Oh, this is scary.
Yeah. They're very split right now.
They got away though.
Yeah.
20s just has to feel so far when the other team has it and you're level 17. I like this chance to siege, but you see the pings coming from Clouded Mines. They are going to rush that top keep, And you definitely don't want to trade keep for fort. The Coon is Hearthing.
No.
Trash Mouse is already there. Throbbing Hood is already there. They need the front line to get there too. Varian is not known for his siege nor his clear, but being able to taunt somebody under a keep, maybe.
Well, it's turned off by Silv right now, so they have to wait for that to go away. There we go. Now they can be a little more aggressive. Cloud of Minds is like, well, did what we needed to do. Maybe we'll see an objective.
We might get a second objective here, folks.
Oh, there's that. Oh, just a little short. Nice and snare. Did we get the entomb? Yeah, we did that. How did we get bunker off?
It's not a silence in tune.
Ah, right. But it's odd. Usually you see the bunker fall outside the entomb. It's weird.
Alright, well, the Triglav, we see Juggerob thinking about going in. Kian definitely going in. Ruffian joining him, so the two Ians, I don't know that that's their names, but that's what it ends in. Pretty sure Muffin Man should change their name to Muffin Mian.
Ruffian Man.
That would also work, Muffian Man. So, Muffin Man, if you ever are forced to make another account or rename your character, Muffian Man is a great choice.
Yep. So we have a bit of a dive past Trigloff. We see a peeling light bomb.
And Varian just being ruthlessly aggressive there.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh, Proby.
that, what's it called
Proby.
nowadays? This sand stop timeout, 5 seconds. It used to be up to 7 seconds.
Right.
Can they get the Malthael? No. And even if they had tried to body block him, he'd have used Wraith Strike to get around. Here's the Triglav, slowly getting shot by minions.
Hero slain. Strange.
One thing that does work. Whoa, I missed the Rhaegar death. Let's back that up.
Rewind.
Oh, he checked the bush.
Yeah.
He was like, hey, Aaron, he done messed up.
I did not
Yes.
expect the protector to be
So one
destroyed
thing
like
that I
this.
don't think enough people use is the Triglav can dance.
Yes, it can. It does the finger guns.
Yep, it has its own dance animation, just like the DK does. Actually, I assume the old Garden Tears that were
They
vehicles
did.
had their
They
own too.
had it, and it was the Michael Jackson's Thriller dance.
Oh man, I'm so sad that I
Yes.
missed this.
Yes, you can still see it on YouTube. There's still some YouTubes of the original Garden Terror dance, but it was the dance from Michael Jackson's Thriller. It was very fun. Very
Which
fun
the
to do.
Yorick has a section of the Thriller dance.
Yep. Okay, so now that they've gotten a kill, now that they've gotten their 20s,
And Rhaegar's about to respond.
yep. Let's see what we can do here, because that's one of the things about Volskaya is you can be down all structures, just win one good team fight, and
They could still blast through this bottom lane. They got another mega kill.
yeah, because Zul'jin is stacked now, so his siege is going to be decent. Rhaegar's siege is always decent. So
So we play
let's see.
this dangerous
Oh,
game. This is like the
that
Russian
was
and Soviet navies
the
hunt
Ming.
for Red October.
The Ming could have died there. She didn't see the blaze sitting on that
See, but the Blaze
vent.
couldn't hit her because he would have tried to jet propulsion in that little channel and he'd have gone backwards somehow.
I love Blaze's classic. It's so wrong.
Now, if anybody wants a fun, oh, we're looking at a fight, turn it back around.
Here it comes.
Jet
Are we gonna
propulsion
get into
misses.
it? Yep. Oh,
Maltheo goes down with the Silence and Tomb. Leoric goes down with the Piercing Chromie Sands.
oh.
Zul'jin uses his. He gets... Wow!
So,
He got
oh
the
my
sill,
goodness.
but he
And
also
Chloe.
got toasted.
Oh,
So a
that's
4-man
four
kill.
now.
4 to
Do they
2.
have?
I'm getting another
Do they have the
thermonuclear weapon.
siege to finish? We'll see.
No, and they have triple catapults back here.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, they have to
Braegar's
that.
recalling to get there. The
Yeah.
minion spawn plus the Rhaegar, there will be enough clear, but it does hurt their ability to siege. As strange as this may sound, with how Hoku's been ragging on the Triglav, that might be the way to go, is just have Varian get channel down here while the others are cleaning. Potentially force Clouded Minds into a fight. But instead,
Oh,
we're
look, they're like,
showcasing that phenomenal Varian wave clear.
yeah, the trade-off late game is fine, but this is one of the maps where you can't win perfectly well without ever touching the objective. Because I've seen CCS1 do repeatedly.
Yeah, the East-West Bowl had a great finish. Granted, that was because it was me storm bolting the core to death, but it was awesome. I think that was the East-West Bowl 1, but it might have been the East-West Bowl 2. I'll have to
So that
ask
was the
Deep Waters.
Deep Waters, yep.
So, if anybody wants a fun trip on YouTube with Heroes of the Storm, look up the Deathwing abilities that didn't make it into the live game. There's some pretty neat stuff there too.
So here we go. This could be the final fight. Let's see what happens.
I
Oh,
love that video
Varian.
game.
Varian. Oh my goodness. Oh.
Oh, Rhaegar pays for it.
Yep. I think that is game to have. So they got the trigger off, but I don't think it can do anything but delay.
Yeah, it's just an extra health pool.
But it might keep them from losing at this point, which is not bad.
Oh, power glove to the face, Kian.
You're out of here, Bullfield.
Nobody remembers the power glove. That was the glove accessory for the regular Nintendo or the Nintendo Entertainment System that had like a keypad on your arm. I never had one. And there was a television show that included one.
We have Caddis building up on the north side again.
Not anymore. They got
Wolf turning off
whack-a-moled.
buildings.
So both sides are up. This Triglav is going to expire, but it did buy enough time for those resurrections to happen for sexy mofos. And on the game goes. What is the longest Volskaya foundry that you've ever had, Hoku?
It was 48 or 49 minutes.
Holy smokes.
It was a quick match, and it was something insane. Like, our team had a Vikings who ended up with some unearthly, like, 400k, siege damage, 50k XP kind of a thing. And then the enemy team had, like, a Zerix who was feasting on said Vikings. It was just an insanely long, painful match. And to no one's surprise, I was playing hard.
Oh,
So
Forest Medicine for Zul'jin, not the upgrade on Tazdingo. I think he took the Tazdingo upgrade last game, but...
Yeah, I actually like Forest Medicine because it simply means that you can just be healing on demand without having to worry about, a Sylvanas or a Blaze
I
or
imagine it pairs
whatever.
very well with Troll's Blood.
Yeah. Yeah, you get a
Though
lot
Troll's
of healing.
Blood's not the most popular pick there.
No.
there's the one that reduces the cooldown and mana cost.
There's also the armor talent, which is really good.
Oh, Clouded Minds. Playing out of vision.
They're setting up a trap. Will they trigger it too soon? Oh, they got bored.
And Sexy Mofos rotated safe. Trash Mouse checking bushes with that long range orb.
I think the poor Rhaegar learned the hard way is you don't leave a bush unchecked.
Don't leave a bush unchecked.
Yeah. So, one thing that is why I don't like this map is when the objective is a dump, there's an awful lot to do. So they're trying to set up another trap, and Sexy Mofos is like, well, I guess
They're
we'll
gonna get the
build
mid
it.
keep though.
Yeah.
Malthael can't heal off buildings because corporations have no soul. So, I
Force the
understand the
battle.
hearth because you gotta keep them off of the core, but we traded a keep for a fort.
Yep.
So I once had an NGS match that went to 5 Triglavs on this map.
Oh, goodness gracious.
I don't actually remember who it was against. It might have been against Would Tap That, but I don't recall.
That was good. So we have one final Triglav starting to spawn in mid. Or
Maybe
it could
if
be.
it goes red, it might not be the last Triglav.
This is true.
Access terminal online. Secure it to activate the protector.
We have Clouded Minds. We have
One
that
Kata,
catapult
almost 2
pressure.
Kata.
Catapult pressure is going to be a problem shortly. They're going to have to deal with that. All right. There's a lot of posturing going on
High
at the
tension
moment.
moments here in the Heroes of the Storm.
Well, are we going to
Oh, that time
contest?
trap. The slowing sands, the double silence entomb.
Oh, that was a big entomb. There's the bunker. Everything's being
Romy
dropped.
goes
Everything's
down.
dropped.
Unkillable
It's
means that the last rights doesn't matter. The big ancestral. I think that we're going at least one more Triglav. Varian wants to try to teach his son a lesson. Oh, the censure. And by the holy light, Anduin gets away, and there's Katas on the core. There's 3. There's another 2 coming. Down here, there's another 2. So many Katas.
They have to go answer that. They can't.
Yeah, there
we go.
goes the Yorick.
Yeah.
Malthael died, right? And bought back? Yeah, Malthael has returned.
Yeah, about that.
I'm actually surprised there's not more buyback style talents in the game. You figure
let's see. So there's K2C. So Kel'Thuzad has one, an actual buyback. Malthael has an actual buyback. And then you have a bunch of traits that either reduce or talents. So
Cho'Gall and Vikings both have death CDRs.
Yeah. I mean, technically, Oriole has.
She has full-on resurrect.
Buyback. Oh my goodness! This could get ugly again.
That ensnare.
But that bunker saved him, and they're all
and the root. The Anduin double root stun. And to Muffian Man's prowess, 9 out of 10 stacks on the quest that almost never gets finished.
Yep.
It is the Yorick that died, so Sexy Mofos is somewhat okay with that. If anyone's gonna die, he's the one to do it.
Yep. You buy back talents.
Speaking and a buyback talent. So yeah, then there's Tyrael, who kind of has a CDR on his death trait, and Leoric, who definitely has a CDR on his death trait, and Diablo, who has a passive buyback similar to Uther's passive buyback 20.
Well, you also have Raider, who
Oh
not
yeah,
in ARAM.
execute orders.
Yep, has a
Stitches.
death here.
Stitches has
Stitches.
Gift of the
Yep,
Embalmer.
yep. Which I've never
Thank
seen
you,
you take
Zednam,
ever.
from the chat.
Okay, here we go. This could be a big fight.
Oh,
Oh, that into well, he
another
pulls.
great pull. Muffian Man doing great. Oh, the light bomb
Oh,
jet
there's the light
propulsion.
bomb. Yep, they just are on point with that combo. Here's the bunker.
Oh, wailing arrow. The jet propulsion just barely too short.
Yep.
Again, it was Leo who
It's,
died though, so they
yep.
can take the fight, but they
We
also
still have
have
ancestral.
a
We still
little
have
bit of cat.
ancestral.
Oh,
And
Ancestral wasn't used there. Wow, you're right.
oh,
I missed that. Good eye, Hoku. Oh, that orb chunked.
oh, yep.
There's no
Oh,
bunker,
blades.
but the pull.
Oh, oh, but there's still damage coming out. There goes the
The
ball fail.
Ming, the
Oh, Ming is
Ming, the
popping off.
Mings.
Oh, so many Mings.
All right,
Oh,
so many katas. 3,
yep. Go, Leo, go.
6.
Oh, go, Leo.
Those minions are chunking. 30, 20,
Oh, it's too
14.
late.
Leo
It's
doesn't survive. And
late.
Winions.
Oh, my goodness. That was an ending.
Dem Winions. I once lost
Catapult.
a game to Winions. We killed the catapult, but the boulder had
Archer.
already launched, and that finished the game.
Oh, oh my goodness.
That was
That
against Team
hurts.
Rainbow Strike Go. Pepperidge Farm
Yep.
remembers, and so do I, Robert. So do
Well,
I.
that was one heck of a series. I will have to say
And
both
ad break.
teams. All the ads rated. That was a heck of a series. That really was a great way to start the season for these two teams. Both teams had some excellent plays. Both teams had some, yeah, just really, really fun things to watch. That the lead name going off there at the end was always fun to watch.
Yeah, I
But
think if Sexy Mofos had immediately just sent 2 people back, they might have got the Winions to stop.
yep,
But man, what a game! We'll show the
and
talents.
those light bomb combos were just getting so much work done. That was that was something to remember when your team goes up against Clouded Minds.
We do face them next week, in fact. So I have not done the analyst for the schedule stuff, so I don't know if we have a caster yet or not, but I think we'll probably get one.
So this wasn't scouting at all.
I mean, there was only 2 games that weren't casted this week from B West, so
This is
I
true.
actually had originally meant to get both, but I hadn't. And
Wow.
I only grabbed one, and I don't know that I'm going to make it to the other because, frankly, that was a long set. And
That was a very long set.
so, and now I got to go do leg day, says Raka. Thank you, Raka, for the redemption, which means I got to change out of my suit and my fancy NGS necktie.
Okay.
I mean, I
I'll
suppose I
drink to
could do
that.
leg day, but I'm not going to in my suit jacket and shirt and tie. So, but a great game for certain. A lot of fun to be able to watch through that match. Congratulations, Clouded Minds, on the victory, and well played, Sexy Mofos. A lot of fun to watch, a lot of threat, a lot of power on both teams. So a lot of fun to be here. Thanks, everybody. Hoku, do you have any shout outs before we wrap up tonight?
Well, I'd like to shout out about the contestants that we casted tonight. Like I said, there was a lot of excellent plays, a lot of really strong heroes in all three games, honestly. I'd like to shout out to our B West moderator, I believe is Line Bus, for
It is Line
keeping us all
Bus.
on track. Yep, for keeping us all on track this season. And shout out to you, the CCS organization, for doing the NGS regrind.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. So I am planning NGS rewinds this season on Friday nights. My kids are probably upstairs watching endless movies on Disney Plus or Netflix, and so it gives me a chance to come down here and have a little bit of fun and spread some of the NGS joy with everybody. So my traditional shout out, of course, is hi, Mom. Thanks everybody for being here. Check out nexusgamingseries.org. My name is Valkmer. I've been joined tonight by Hoku, who is amazing. She is the Division C analyst. I help out in Division B, and occasionally we cast together. We've been involved in NGS and CCS, which is the team that I play with for some time. So if you want to find out more about us, I'm sure you can ping us in Discord and we'll respond. But really, go check out nexusgamingseries.org. We'd love to have more casters, more volunteers, and we'd love to have more players next season. There's always room for a few more teams, I promise. So thanks everybody. Great night tonight. Congratulations, Clouded Minds. Kian, thanks for letting me tease you about some of your stats and some of your deaths. And Muffy and Man, I can't wait to see your name change to Muffy and Man as Hoku coined. So thanks everybody, and have a wonderful evening out.